Hey, my young and restless soapies. Hopefully, you got your tacos ready. It is Tuesday, and we got more drama in Genoa City. And I'm telling you, wow, we see a beginning of a new storyline. And also, what's going on over at Chancellor Winters? I'll give you a few highlights and then we'll dive deep into this episode. First, we see a conversation between Faith and Sharon as Faith gets advice. We also see Sharon is stunned as she catches Nick and Phyllis holding hands, and Lily accuses Devon of sabotage. So without any further ado, let's unpack this Genoa City drama for June 25th. So let's head over to Sharon's place. Faith is caught off guard seeing her mom do her laundry, something that she hadn't seen in ages. Now Sharon got this little sparkle in her eye, brushes off Faith's surprise, and says that it makes her happy to pretend her daughter isn't so fiercely independent. But Faith, ever the realist, quickly jumps to conclusions, wondering if her mama is just trying to comfort her because of the whole Moses dumping situation. Now Sharon assures her that it's not about pity, it's just about love, girl. Pure, unadulterated, motherly love. Now, Faith, trying to shake off the breakup blues, declares that she won't let Moses ruin her summer. But Sharon, being wise and nurturing, reminds her not to run from her feelings. After all, pretending that you're over a heartbreak just delayed a whole healing process. Faith let out a sigh, admitting that still it hurts, and Sharon, in true mom fashion, offers ice cream and a shoulder to cry on. They dive deep into a heart-to-heart about whether all the pain is worth it. Sharon, reflecting on her own tumultuous past with Nick, reassures her daughter that despite the pain, they ended up as friends, and everything turned out as the way it was meant to. Now, the conversation kind of turned a little bittersweet when Faith worries about her mom being alone. Now Sharon, trying to be optimistic, points that, you know what, I got my business and my friends and my family. But Faith, knowing her mom's romantic nature, she just can't help but think about how special Ray was to her. And of course, the talks drift to her dad, Nick. Now, Faith has always noticed the way her mom's eyes light up when she's around her father. Sharon, she downplayed it, insisting that all that is just ancient history, though she's not entirely convincing. Now, Faith can't help but remind her mom of all that they had together, a whole life. Now, Sharon, she brushed it off again, hinting Nick just might end up with Phyllis. Now, despite the painful memory, Sharon doesn't dwell too much, choosing instead to honor her past while embracing the future. Now, the memory of Cassie, though, is still very raw as a raw wound, the worst thing that she's ever had to endure. But they honor her by bringing flowers to her grave every year. So then we see tears welling up. Sharon and Faith share a tight hug before Faith heads off to hang out with a friend from Walnut Grove, thanking her mom for making home such a welcoming place. Meanwhile, over at Society, Heather's job interview didn't go as well as it planned. Now, Daniel, worried, thinks that his past might be haunting her future prospects. Now, they bring their daughter Lucy up to speed on dropping a lawsuit against Chancellor Winters and the decision to keep Princess Louisa in the classic games library, a move Lucy wholeheartedly supports. Now, she appreciates not needing a game to know her dad loves her, and she hated all the infighting anyway. Now, Daniel and Heather is marveling at Lucy's compassion and generosity, nearly tearing up of how proud they are of their daughter. Heather, though, is surprised Lily wanted to end the case too, but Daniel finds it cathartic to leave the past behind. They discuss celebrating a fresh start, especially with Lily's offer to contribute to Lucy's college fund. Now, as they're basking in this family moment, then Faith shows up. After all of the formal introductions, Lucy recognizes her as the girl who was kidnapped. Talking about awkward. Now, her parents quickly intervene, but Faith graciously says that she's mostly over it and wouldn't mind chatting about it over coffee sometime. Faith now rushes out, and then Sharon comes in for takeout, exchanging pleasantries with Daniel and the family. Now, watching them from afar at the bar, Sharon can't help but flash back to the night Cassie died and that whole accident with Daniel. She grabs her food and leaves, and the memories are hanging heavy in her heart. So now let's swing over to Crimson Lights, where Nick sit down with Phyllis, seeking an update on her life, being nosy nosy and all. Now, Phyllis is cagey, which surprises Nick, but you know what? He rolls with it. Unemployment has Phyllis feeling vulnerable, and Nick tried to offer some help. She hints at some karmic payback or something coming toward Chancellor Winters, which make Nick kind of nervous. Now, he suspects that she's out for revenge, but she insists otherwise, claiming she's just waiting for things to unfold so she can seize opportunities. Nick worries that she's reading the wrong vibes and that Billy is the troublemaker at the company. Now, Phyllis defends Billy, saying that he's only the one trying to grow the company while Devon is stagnant. Now, Nick isn't thrilled about her defending Billy and fears that she's angling for a handout. Now, Phyllis, she felt misjudged, of course, and since no one is opening doors for her, Nick, trying to be the protective one, hopes her next move is the right one. And they hold hands just when Sharon walks in and sees them, and she is stunned, and the sight of that is stirring up mixed emotions. And finally, let's head over to Chancellor Winters. Speaking of them, Devon and Nate are gearing up for a big meeting with Billy and Lily. Now, the two of them walk in with an announcement. It's time to move forward and end the infighting. They propose splitting the companies with this demerger, with Lily and Billy running Chancellor. Guess who strolls in? Mamie, eager to hear the plan, and is quickly reminded by Devon that she's not part of the decision making. She protests, suggesting that Devon issues with Tucker might be his own doing. She even mentions, did you know that your dad just lost his company right from up under him? And of course Devon didn't know that because he was so busy saying, hello, Mr. Newman, when Mr. Newman was the one snatching his daddy's company. She then leaves, and afterward, they get back to business. Now, Billy and Lily argue the merger has failed and splitting the companies is the best move. Devon accuses Lily of throwing away Neil's legacy, but she insists it's about growth and good business sense. Billy believes Devon will eventually come around, but Devon is skeptical, thinking Billy is just after the company name. Lily stands firm, determined to see this plan through. However, after Billy leaves, because they were all playing this whole gaslighting of Billy game, the thing is, Lily yells out to Devon, were you trying to sabotage the whole plan? Devon was looking like a deer in headlights because he thought everything was all on board. It left us with this cliffhanger because I'm curious to find out what Lily saw with Devon's whole presentation. Okay, so there you have it. Let's get the conversation started down in the comments section. What do you think about Faith and this whole situation with Moses? Will she try to put her parents back together? And this new little friendship may be starting between Faith and Lucy. What about this whole thing with Sharon being stunned? It looked like a lot of emotions and feelings are flooding back. First about Daniel and Cassie, and then seeing Nick and Phyllis together. Yeah, I'm curious to see where that storyline is going to go. And also Lily accusing Devon of sabotage. Now, granted, I think he was a little hard on Mamie because Mamie was trying to look out for her family, and he didn't even know that Tucker is ruined right now thanks to Mr. Newman, who he's been kissing up to lately. And at the same time, what did he do, Lily, to make you feel that he tried to sabotage the plan? I'm curious to see what that's about. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure that you stick around for the bold and the beautiful recap for today as well. We had a crazy week yesterday beginning, and yeah, today looked like Hope is going to be pleading with Thomas to reconsider a renewed relationship. And then we'll also see Ridge and Steffi sharing a warm reunion with Douglas as well. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you're notified every time a video is posted. And until the next one, we'll see you all soon. Bye, Soapies.